Hello friends, welcome to my channel, The French World. We are soon going to start our French learning journey, and I know many of you have some inhibitions regarding learning a foreign language. My purpose of making this video is to remove all your fears related to language learning, especially French. Those of you who have tried learning French in school, college, or through various applications face some common problems. Today, I'm going to talk about the various problems and challenges a person trying to learn French faces. There are three main areas where learners face difficulties. First, how do I pronounce the words correctly? Second, how do I remember so many grammar rules? Third, how do I learn the vocabulary? So, we will deal with each problem one by one. Let's talk about the first problem. How do we pronounce the words correctly? In my 10 years of teaching journey, I have seen a lot of students struggling with pronunciations. Their common complaint is, French people don't always pronounce the words the way they write. Well, I must tell you one thing. If you keep reading French in English, then you will definitely not pronounce the words correctly. Remember, the words are in French, and when a French person reads it, he will pronounce the words in French. So how can you overcome this difficulty? It's very simple. Follow these three steps. Firstly, don't read the French words in English. Second, don't mispronounce the words to learn the spellings. This is a common habit among students. They pronounce each and every letter in a word so that they can remember the spelling. Please don't do it. When you learn a new word, learn it with the correct pronunciation. Don't think that you won't remember the spellings. Third, be conscious about the pronunciation rules while reading. Instead of first focusing on learning the vocabulary, concentrate on the pronunciation. For example, when I am reading the word the, I will remember that I have to pronounce up to the last vowel and EU is pronounced as a. Now, how will this help? Well, for a few days, you might read at a snail's speed. But trust me, by doing this, you are training your brain to pronounce certain words in a certain way. Once your brain gets used to this pronunciation, whenever you will hear a word, you will know exactly the exact spelling. I use this strategy and it really works. Now, we move on to our next challenge. That is, how do I remember so many grammar rules? Well, there are a lot many complications in grammar rules if you compare it with English. But once you get used to it, you will automatically frame the sentences correctly. I would advise you to go slowly with grammar. Don't try and learn all the rules at once. You will get confused and frustrated. Master one rule first, then move on to the next. Whenever you hear something in French, try to figure out how that rule was applied in the sentences. This is dual practice, which will engrave the rules in your long-term memory. Now, the last challenge. How do you learn so much vocabulary? Well, this is the easiest. How did you learn your mother tongue? By listening and speaking it, isn't it? Same rules apply for all languages. Mostly, people mug up the words and use it to write, but never really speak them. Gradually, they start forgetting those words as the brain is not hearing them as much. So what you can do is learn maybe say 10 words every day, but make it a point to use it in your daily activities. Now, you might say, with whom shall I talk in French? No one around me knows this language. Don't worry. You are your best friend. You have to talk to yourself in French. For example, I learned the words
une gomme, un stylo, un crayon, un livre, un cahier, une trousse
today. Now, if I am a beginner, I won't be able to say an entire sentence in French. So I will just use these words in French and say the rest of my sentence in the language I'm comfortable with. So I might say I have Yungong, Bestilo, and Erkeo in my Yuntrus. Sounds funny, but this is the best method to remember the vocabulary permanently. As days will pass, you will be able to frame proper sentences too. One important thing I would like to tell you is that whenever you learn a word in French, don't just learn the word in isolation. Learn it along with its gender. If you have learned French before, you know that in French all nouns have a gender. This is something which gives jitters to most of the learners. They always ask, how will I come to know whether a noun is masculine or feminine? Well, by just looking at the word, you cannot guess its gender. Those of you who think that words which end with E are feminine, sorry, but this is not true. There are many words in French which end with an E, but they are not feminine. So the only way to know its gender is by learning it. Next time when you learn a word, learn it with the gender. For example, instead of learning pomme is an apple, learn la pomme is an apple. Alright, so these are some important tips which you need to put in practice and your French learning journey will be a cakewalk. Also, for those who want to practice grammar, you can buy a revision French grammar and composition book by Blackburn and Morris. It's a very good book for learning grammar. All the rules are explained very nicely along with examples. You can even buy
Cours de langue et de civilisation française
by G. Morgier. You can find the links to these books in the description box given below. You can even buy dictionaries as Collins or Larousse or download dictionaries, and even if you don't buy these books, it's fine, as I will be sharing worksheets for practicing grammar and vocabulary in my videos, so you will get ample of practice. Hope you're excited to embark upon this wonderful journey with me. In my next video, I will be teaching the French alphabets. You will learn the proper pronunciation of each of the alphabets and also some vocabulary. There are activities which will make learning fun and easy, and a story in French to enjoy. All this and a lot more to be discovered in my next video, so stay tuned. I will mostly upload it next week. If you like my video, then please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. Share it and don't forget to like my video. You can also follow me on Instagram for interesting quizzes and fun challenges, the link for which is given in the description box below. Also, you can share your suggestions in the comment section below. Au revoir, à la prochaine!